looked impressive enough from the outside. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that? Oh, so it's a trap. But even if we can't take, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like a dream come. Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go.
You've already fulfilled your task.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although don't you think that trying to stop me, stopping the more...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia?
As one of the... She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and diplomacy is already... Either way, we know the battle.
Battle? So...
When Signora, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want when she faces a worthy... But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along. To feel the thrill. Besides, you could never Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Stop right there! Hands where I can see them!
How unbecoming. Dodge this!
Drop your weapons! There is no escape!
Passable level. Poor timing. A clear shot.
Stop right there!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trigger to... Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Freeze! Dodge this! I'll crush you! Break! Cool it!
Final warning! Stand down!
You've got some skills.
Break!
This!
Drop your weapons!
Got you. No use hiding back there. I'll crush you! Freeze! This one will be frozen. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! The Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Gold Mouse to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Final! Shine down! Stop right there! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Freeze! Don't push your luck.
Final warning!
Cool it!
You asked for it!
Die here. Freeze! fight. Die here.
Final warning! Hands right!
Windblade!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal!
Well, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it...
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle is already... Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle again.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of... As such, we must now look...
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone...
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out. Did we make it in time?
What are you...
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our...
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to... just seeing this over...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guard...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanism?
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We shall use the... We haven't a moment to spare. Our... Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go up too!
We Adepti have not faced the gods in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
My work. Finished.
Freeze! Fortune Wind Blade!
Drop your weapons!
US!
Dodge this! Freeze!
Kill
to oblivion!
Only just begun. Looks like I
So
went too far.
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Stay right there.
Cool it!
I will end you.
Sir, there is no...
The ancient god's attacking again!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
I slipped up.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is forgetful energy. That light from your body. It's like the tiny giant cars. Wow, it's Madame King's shockwave. This green is really strong.
Cool it!
Disappear! Windblade!
Handdragon! With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War! So this is what Garni's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a lot. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle. Windblade!
Breaking a sweat!
Oh, so soft.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if you hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Yes. This is it.
Dodge this!
Disappear! Final warning! Justice will... Windblade!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Put your back
Don't get frostbite.
The Batui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any way.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the... At first, it was only the size of a small room, but it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liu Qi. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiation. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means?
I mean no offense.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though I also thought to tell him how, but I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right. Didn't Ningguang...
I apologize for appearing in full armor.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there. When danger is near, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rexlap, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Void. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the... Hyman doesn't get it, but isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to North...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this, we had better go and make...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involved...
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, oh, it seems that some...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things—
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off.
Paimon knew that we should never have—
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together. Nothing personal. We just have different views. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking—
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're— No, wait! That's an exciting—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their role. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under—
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced—
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, the credit is also due to— This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue. All of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors.
Huh? That doesn't—
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the—
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter.
Fine. I'll meet you
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scale, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Paimon can't... so Zhongli, what sort of
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You lead the way.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might...
Now that you mention, I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of super...
forget it. Guessing's no use to...
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin...
Fatui? They certainly are very
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have rumors and hearsay of having been thwarted in his... Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi... So that... Something feels off. What could the Chi sing or... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul.
3,700 years of contracts burned.
We, the people of Liyue.
The long, unending
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us at...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach. Name your price. You deserve...
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Perhaps mementos for Rex.
As for the mortals and adepti of...
But it seems, well, that's...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue.
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he... I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without parting.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Right?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their but if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon...
That's how people in Teyvat...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of
Whoa!
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue it. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is... Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power... All right then. Was there anything else you wished?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha, those poor... All right then. Was there anything else you wished? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis... I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and vision? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Morin? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a... Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for you?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good... It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then.